And that's the thing to remember. So therein lies the very reminder. There's no structure to this shit. There's no rules to this shit. That's the thing about, unethical. That's the thing about unethical, dishonorable. You know what I mean? And being just relentlessly, rancidly, ruggedly, fucking lawless, basically. It's a lawless, it's a lawlessness, right? It's not even so much even a fucking like a resistant sort of revolutionary lawlessness, because even revolutionaries represent a particular code, a particular fucking cause, right? A very movement, you feel me? A focus, right? To be lawless, but I'm speaking of just like, I'm talking about lawlessness. I'm talking about yeah, it's just there's no structure to it. You know what I mean? And it's like it's open. It's free range. It's like there's no rules, basically. Unruly, literally, and that's literally. It has an element of excitement for sure, and an element of enticement and provocation in it, provocativeness, absolutely. However, it doesn't take being completely codeless or soulless in order for it to be sexy or the fuck. Because honestly, there's always the shadows involved with that too. You know what I mean? It's like, if it could be senseless, if it can be meaningless, but still have its own sense of fucking purpose to it, then that's balanced, right? Because nothing is perfect, but everything does have a purpose. Because you gotta understand, right? You can't just be out here like that. You know what I mean? It's really it's really kind of like an ordeal. We find ourselves in a particular predicament, you know. Particular predicament, you know. When it comes down to it, and it's all up to the very fact of something that I had thought of, right? And it had to do with, being realistic, and keeping things in perspective, and knowing that you are not alone in your life, regardless, because of course, as I always remind you, we are all here together by no accident and for good reason. Regardless, if we're going to embrace that goodness, or we're going to erase or ignore or replace or mistake the goodness for whatever else, because it's all good and that is all God, right? And you feel me? And what is anything that ain't God? If it's anything, it's God, because God is what? God is everything amongst whatever else. Yes, no? Is there anything that exists that's not God? Is there anything that exists that's not God? And God is what? God is good? No. Is God not good? Is God good or not? Is God good or not? Is God not good? That means everything is all good because it's all God. Yes, or is it not? And if it's not, then how is it not, and how could it not be? Being that for it to be, it must be what? Everything, because God is everything, and that means that everything is God, no. So if anything is anything, that means that it is everything and that it is God, because God is what? God is everything. No or yes? Yes or no? Name me one thing God ain't. Name me one thing God ain't. Huh? I'm just saying, like I said, that's what I'm saying. That we can't be caught up in the mix. We end up caught up in the mix because of those different particulars. You know, them predicaments. You dig what I mean? That really is what it is. That really is how it goes. However, we're deflecting the embrace, the very acclimating to the fact of that very truth in a fuller sense, however most applicable, you know, because honestly, and that's what I mean, is that it's not always so ideal. The situation surrounding the predicament, the circumstances involving the fucking particulars are not always so complementary, not always as aligned or, you know, fucking arranged how they actually are arranged. You know what I mean? Because everything has a divine order, and that everything is mathematics and symmetrical. You know? That's the balance of life. Light, dark, right, wrong, real, fake, here, there. You know what I'm saying? For anything that is anything, it's just only as much as it isn't whatever its opposite is. You see what I mean? So, even with everything being God, as much as any one thing is whatever it is only that in the degree that it, in the most drastic and direct opposite degree, in that it isn't whatever other element or attribute or aspect of God that would be represented otherwise, yes. In comparison, or in contrast, yes. And that's the whole thing. And that is what gets mixed, and that is what gets mixed up for whatever reasons. It's an assortment of reasons as well, which is also mathematical. But to keep up with all of that, while we keeping up with how it could have went and how it actually did go, as opposed to just keeping in mind all the ways that it could be and letting that change and arrange how it will, and in the different steps that we take and the different appreciations that we embrace in the face of this goodness that is godness. No, yes, however you want to look at it, you're going to get back to it eventually. Okay, now I'm not trying to tell you nothing. All I'm saying is, like, for all of these light workers, you know what I mean, all of my you know, path finders, basically. You know what I mean? The aspirants out here, you know what I mean? The awakened, that woke community, so to speak, quote unquote. Yes, we can't operate as if we're not still in this real world. That's what I'm saying. We can do whatever we decide, but that's the whole thing. In the decision, right? How is that decision being arrived? Is it correct or is it incomplete? For the most part, being that it automatically involves whatever other elements and aspects of what makes it what it is, if it's not universally and integratively one to begin with. Because really, what is there even else to do other than just be? Right? And starting with being as a being, you're gonna automatically do whatever is the best thing to be, end up fucking involving your action and activity with, regardless. Right? You don't have to think about it. The thought is gonna come to you. as opposed to you trying to arrive at the thought. You're gonna have to fucking try to escape the thought. The reality is gonna chase your ass, right? And that's the whole thing. That's the part. And that's the facts for the fakers. Even more so because it's like, you ain't finna escape it, right? However, when you embrace it, then of course, you know what I mean, you're able to better arrange it as opposed to being, you know what I mean, faced with these fucking traps and trace placements or whatever. You dig? You know what I'm saying? Being pinned between whatever, the two opposing areas of it or whatever, right? But just as a word of insight, just an insightful, just like an insightful interjection. Understand that is part of the challenge as well as a warrior, right? We call ourselves spiritual warriors. What really is the war? The final fight, the largest war to come, as I read in a quote, a meme just recently, and I also always say to myself, the fight within, the fight within, the fight within, the fight within, right? The fight within plays out in your arranging of your external as well as fucking material importance, right? Or involvement or associations, acclimating and actualizing, actualizing and acclimating, actualizing, actualizing and acclimating. As far as like, you know, a spiritual war, it's, you know, that's the whole part. The challenge, the actual battle in itself is to develop yourself, basically. Yeah. Develop your resilience, you know, your character, you know, to be the best part of yourself, the different parts of yourself, right? Because if the parts of you are what they are and are revealed through the lenses of your interactions with others, right? And your interactions with others start with your interactions with yourself, right? Because there's others that are you. You are, however, whatever others within yourself that you are not so familiar with, because you have, you know, it's still the journey and the path as well as the activity and fucking war, the battle, the involvement, so as to uncover those areas of actualizing and acclimating to the truer or purer or less useful you that you are, for whatever reason, that, you know, and that's what I mean. Like, that's even much more, like, you know, a lot more fucking becoming diluted. It's a lot more of a game. It's more of a gauntlet now. It's more of a trap, you know, not even so set by yourself. However, if you aren't doing that work, doing that self-work, then the larger you, the most powerful part of yourself that is connected to your potential will then manifest through the cultivating that you haven't been doing in your immediate, you know, not necessarily through or in your immediate surroundings, but internally, so as to then, of course, then materialize externally, because that's going to naturally automatically happen regardless. And being that there's so many niggas on the earth at this point, being that there's all of these different heightened, intense frequencies and emotions and ideas that are emotionally charged more and more every year, they're more and more emotionally charged. We have no more motherfucking philosophers no more, nigga. Ain't nobody patting no new ideas, nigga, out here, nigga. And if they have, I'll guarantee you they're not having no type of fucking emotionally charged acclimating so much that they're doing, more so than the average individual nowadays. More and more, gradually and fucking and perpetually, year by year, nigga, and multiplied every year, nigga. So by this time next year, it's gonna be 10 times as it was 10 years ago. And by the next year, it's gonna be 100 times than it was last year, automatically. Because the larger us's are fighting against the fuller us's. Yes. Which part of the fuller us's is us in unison, in unity, in a harmonious fucking synergy, right? To where even if we do disagree, we don't necessarily have to argue or compete. It's never no place for competition, you know? It ain't, unless there's some sort of structured sport about it. And so, but then at the same time, that's something to keep in mind. That's something to also fucking keep in perspective as to exactly what the function of that is. You know what I mean? What exactly is a trophy if it's not like it's a sanctioned, subsidized actual event or activity, right, nigga? What time is a race starting, yeah? Niggas racing in between races. Like, I don't know which race I'm in out this bitch. Like, at least if it's an actual sport, nigga, it's a set time for this game. You feel me? I know when I'm playing the game. You know what I mean? I know all the different plays I can make in the game, my nigga. I know, you feel me? I know the position that I'm playing in the game, as opposed to, oh shit, what game are we playing today? Shit, I'm a fucking basketballer trying to play volleyball. This ain't my area, but shit, if I need to learn volleyball, by the time I don't learn volleyball, now niggas switching to baseball in this bitch. And that's the thing to remember. So therein lies the very reminder. There's no structure to this shit. There's no rules to this shit. That's the thing about, you know, unethical. That's the thing about unethical, dishonorable, you know what I mean? And being just relentlessly, rancidly, ruggedly, fucking lawless, basically. It's a lawlessness, right? It's not even so much even a fucking like a resistant sort of revolutionary lawlessness, because even revolutionaries represent a particular code, a particular fucking cause, right? A very movement, you feel me? A focus, right? To be lawless. But I'm speaking of just like, I'm talking about lawlessness. I'm talking about, yeah, it's just, there's no structure to it. You know what I mean? And it's like, it's open. It's free range. It's like there's no rules, basically. Unruly, literally. And that's literally, it has an element of excitement for sure, and an element of enticement and provocation in it, provocativeness, absolutely. However, it doesn't take being completely codeless or soulless in order for it to be sexy or the fuck. Because honestly, there's always the shadows involved with that too. You know what I mean? It's like, if it could be senseless, if it can be meaningless, but still have its own sense of fucking purpose to it, then that's balanced, right? Because nothing is perfect, but everything does have a purpose. Everything has a purpose, my nigga, regardless if we want to focus on the importance or the significance of the, you know, how it fully applies to whatever else we want to associate it with, or, you know, compare it to, or contrast it with. You know, it's like everything don't have to be so strictly structured or strictly fucking sacred. However, it does actually have to be sacred. It does actually have to be sacred. You know what I mean? Because it's about building that taste. It's about building your taste. It's about building your allegiance, building your that association with quality. Quality, which quality is your character. Your character is the very quality in itself. Is the authenticity, right? Is the meaning of it. Is the reason in it. In itself. You know, we speak of the purpose. What's the worth of something without its purpose? You know what I mean? What's the purpose of something without its worth? What's the value of something without its worth? And what's the worth of it without its purpose? Huh? Well, I mean, shit, well, it's worthless, and so that's the purpose of it. But that's still the purpose. And so that's what I mean, like, we dancing in between these different connotations, you know what I mean? These different headers and labels and these different genres, right? So as to be able to do whatever that needs to be done or is able to be done. But you know what's cold is, like, that's the whole thing. Like, it's gotta have some sort of code to it. It's gotta have some sort of honorable fucking principle to it and principality to it, because then you're only able to do what you're able to do because of what you did or didn't do. But then it's like, if you only don't do or do something so that you can not do what you would do, because then you're only able to do what you're able to do because of what you did or didn't do. Principle to it. But then it's like, if you only do something so that you can not do what you would do because you did or didn't do whatever else you did, then it's because you did or didn't do whatever else you did, then it's you're only able to do what you're able to do. Then even the meaninglessness of it is not even the actual true purpose of it because of what you did or didn't do, right? And you got to be careful with that, is what I'm saying. Like, you know what I mean? You got to watch yourself around a motherfucker who will lie to be right. You got to watch yourself around a nigga who will cheat to win, my nigga. That's a different type of nigga, man. And principality to it, right? It's like, it doesn't matter if you're right if you're not right. If you're not, you know what I mean? It's not about being right. It's about doing right. Not being right, whether you are right or not. As long as you're doing right, then you're good. Even if you're wrong about being right, it's not about if you right or not. It's about doing what you know to be right, right? And it's like you can't be walking around guilty, right? And that's the part of what I'm saying. Then that's the principle. That's the very code of it. Even if you're doing something shiesty, even if you're doing something fucking frivolous and lawless, as well as, you know, relentlessly fucking, you know, demonic. You know what I mean? Extremely whatever, just meaningless. You need to feel confident in that. You have to find your own sense of belonging in that. Right? And if you can be doing it and not even feeling cool about doing something that you know that you shouldn't even be doing, then that's weird, nigga. It's like, if you're gonna do something that you know you shouldn't do, right? Or it's best probably not to do. It's not the most structured or fucking proper thing to do. It's not the most principled thing to do. It's not the most honorable thing to do. Then be doing it for some fucking purpose, some type of reason, and understand and associate and identify with that purpose and that reason. Because there's honor in that. And it's like, we want to halfway have the honor, right? Or we want to have enough honor to then now dishonor it. You know what I mean? Dishonor the arrangement, dishonor the agreement, basically. And that's what lawlessness is. And that's what you see. Like, niggas straight, you know what I'm saying? Niggas basically be cheating, basically. It's like, you ain't won if you cheated, but you still acting like, but you still playing, though. Like, you're not even really playing. You just, I don't know what a nigga doing if they cheating while they playing. You're not even playing. It's like the very purpose of the game, the very value of the game in itself is to actually win or not win. But if you cheating, then not only are you losing, my nigga, you're, I don't know, it's just weird. It's like, you're not even playing. You losing and you're not even playing. Like, you're not even doing what it is that you're doing is what I'm saying. Right? We're not even doing what it is that we're doing. And that's how we end up getting fucked up and mixed off up into it to begin with. Is we're not really doing what it is that we have decided to do. Because it's incomplete, it's not full, it's not whole. Right? The different parts of it are not connected. Because of course, there's too much competition. Right? And there's all these different genres and all these different categories and windows or whatever to be boxed, you know what I mean? To then pin off of it, basically. To it's like, by the time you would, you know what I mean, solidify your stance on something, you already got to try to be working your advantage in another sort of motion, you know? And that's part of the game too, and that's what I'm saying as far as like anything that you're living for, you're dying for. Anything you're dying for, you're living for. And that comes down to whatever it is that you're doing, right? Because everything you do, it opens up options for what it is that you will or won't do, right? And what did I say about whether or not doing something? Just to be able to get to a point where you don't do what it is that you would do, being that you're at the point where you could not do it, and whatever else that you know what I mean, whatever it is that you are doing instead of what you are in position to do is a whole nother nature of lawlessness. You understand what I'm saying? And that's the hope, and that's another element, that's another aspect, or that's another sort of point of the lying to win, or lying to win, and or lying to be right and cheating to win. Right? You ever have a nigga lie to you just to be right? It's like, oh, maybe they don't want to argue with you, but they don't even be that. Like, nigga will volunteer some information that's a blatant lie that you ain't even ask them niggas about. You know what I mean? They open a conversation with you, talking about some shit that they know is a lie, just to be able to say some shit later about some shit, right? And a lot of times they don't even realize that they're doing it because, of course, it's so much shit that is going on in these interactions that we having with each other, and we mixed them. We caught up and mixed up in all these different untruths, all of these different incomplete decisions, basically, choices. These actions that we've taken that can't be whole because, of course, they're not holistic. They're not one, right? They're not considering the fact that everything is God, right? There's these different differences. There's all of these differences, basically. Everything is God. Which the difference is only in place so as to emphasize the polarities, right? The balanced, authentic qualities of each contrasting complement, basically. Because even though it may be different, it doesn't mean that it's a conflict, right? You got, like I said before, you got conflicts, but then we don't have no confrontations though, so as to neutralize or diffuse the shit. And even the confrontations that do happen is just another game, right? When there's steps and particular moves to make so as to finish, right? As well as to master, right? Because you play one game, it's different levels to the game, right? Even in basketball, if you're not no starter, nigga, you finna be on the bench for most of the game. You feel me? Until you level up, nigga. And when you level up, then that's gonna be a whole nother, activity, a whole nother fucking quality of gameplay involved. And if you're not there, then you still just, you know what I mean? Fucking cheating yourself, basically. Because you got the propensity, you made the team, and you ain't no different than nobody except for what you're gonna accept, what you're gonna settle on. And nigga, shit, I'm on the bench, I'm straight. I ain't never finna be trying to be starting. Because first of all, everybody's not a starter. That's, you know what I mean? Everybody ain't there for that. But when that day comes and whoever ain't there and it's on you, that's the game lost because of whatever it is that you wasn't doing. Right? Nigga, shit, we can't rely on you to hop in there. Then what is you there for, cuz? What is you there for? Right? That's not part of the game right there, cuz. You gotta respect the game. And respect your position in the game. Because everybody don't make the team, cuz. You know what I'm saying? Alright? We can, look, nigga like me, I'll chill on the bench forever. You feel me? And get a check, don't even trip. But at the same time, if I'm a player, I'm a player. Right? If I'm a whatever it is else, a fucking whatever. If I'm a winner, I'm a winner. If I'm a champion, I'm a champion. If I love to play basketball, it's nothing gonna stop me from being at my best, regardless. You know what I mean? It just take that sort of type of person. You know what I mean? You gotta be at your best, and that's what I'm saying. That's hard out here to do, because the yous, those different parts of yous, are not able to connect. So fucking completely as they deserve to be able to connect, unless you are being lawless with niggas. And so you automatically get there anyway, right? You gotta be sort of, you can't have no fucking code that you follow, because that's gonna be able to be used against you. Right? All you're going to be able to have is that internal code. But that internal code, as I mentioned, is fucking connected, as well as in reference to the fuller spectrum. When you're actually leveling up. We can stay on the bench with our own internal little code, but when we actually are mastering, or when we are finishing these decisions that we're having for ourselves, then that's when that training come in. You know what I mean? That high intensity sort of exercise. That's beyond just standard, beyond whatever's bare minimum requirements. My nigga, this is your project. You know what I'm saying? Your project, and it's going to involve probably fucking. You know what I mean? It's probably going to involve you scrimmaging or having formulas that you have to test out with the best of the best in the league. And that means that you got to be playing good enough and often enough to where you can even bring it up. Because niggas got lives already, right? And we got all these different games we playing outside of the actual game that we signed up for in this motherfucker. Right? So it's like, by the time you even get in a position after where they feel comfortable enough to where they can be their best, even better in your midst, because of whatever you sort of, you know what I mean, code of honor that you know what I mean, that we are now fucking feeding. Then you can say, yo, man, I got this thing that I need, that I know I need another best of the best to even test. Right? And it's got to be outside of this other structured little fucking format that would be an actual game where there's all these different rules and shit to follow, right? where we can have that chance to be unruly, but then it also be structured as well as honorably fucking principled. You understand? Which that happens in its own sense, but you gotta grow to the point to where now you are able to benefit more openly and more fuller from the learning that you're doing. And it not turn you against the other parts of yourself that you also should be building simultaneously. It's the only risk, you know what I mean? Because, like I said, it's gonna happen regardless. It's mathematical. It's not gonna not be happening regardless. But are we capitalizing to the fullest of our potential, and not even just so the fullest, but just to the most natural of our potential? You know what I mean? To where it's like we're not turning ourselves against other people, just by being the best us, right? Because it's like, why do I need to avoid anybody just to be the best me? That's not fair, even to myself, let alone whoever else. It's not fair to them. It's not fair to them. But that just happens. That's this whole situation, especially with like these different sort of eclectic people. You got somebody that's different, that just does their own thing, right? That stands out, but they're not even trying to. They just always doing something new. Always just doing something new. And that's what it takes, is always doing something new. But it's like, you gotta also be able to practice and exercise those new things. And how you gonna do that all by yourself? You're gonna have to do it all by yourself also, anyway. Right? Even while you on the field, nigga, you still gotta be one with the champion that you know you are, so that you're able to improvise and, you know what I mean, sort of click into the rhythm, because everything's gonna be coming at you at once. And, the very structure of the game in itself, whatever part of the game within the other games that we're actually involved in, is designed to use your strengths against you, right? As well as your weaknesses. Your weaknesses against your strength, and your strengths against your weaknesses. Your best against your worst, right? So it's like you learning all of these things at the same time. But what is it for? What is the cause, right? What is the overall universal purpose of this training that we're doing, right? And also, that's the question to answer personally, but that's also a collective issue. That's also collective fucking, concern. Absolutely. And if we don't have at least some sort of respect amongst each other across the board, then that's going to conflict in all the ways that it shouldn't. Because there's never no reason for, at least for you to respect the fact of whatever it is, however it is I see it, however you see it, as far as what my fucking purpose is in what it is that I'm doing. Right? If you can't respect that, let alone have to know it in order to respect it, right? You shouldn't have to know it. You should just be knowing yourself enough. You should also just be true to the purpose that you've decided enough to where you can see 3D and connect with whatever other purpose would be for whoever else personally, because it's just that raw of an energy. That's the quality of purpose, right? Of having a reason and principle for what it is you're doing, as opposed to whatever else the principle is that's not even necessarily so related to you personally or individually. You dig what I mean? And so that's just something to kind of keep in the corner of your eye, not necessarily the back of your mind, because the back of your mind is you feel me, is your directive, is your fucking trajectory. So if you can keep it in the corner of your eye, in this visualizing that we're doing, right? In the spectrographing that we're doing, then so many, you know, it won't be so rugged. It won't be so lawless. You know what I mean? There won't have to be so much, you know, showdowns, you know, because that's what it comes down to when you're in a lawless environment or habitat. It's like you have these showdowns. There's no code except for, you know, just nigga.
Pride. Pride. Pride.
And just real quickly before I move into this other application or this other zone, a different workflow where I wouldn't just drop whatever thought that came to mind, or not necessarily drop it, but at least capture it, you know. I wouldn't just like, you know, fucking share it. Because what it is, that's what always happens with me, right? I'll get in, as soon as I get everything ready, I sit down, I put my pen right on my paper, right? I think of a fucking drawing or a painting, right? That happens with me because I do everything at once all the time, and I always finish what I start, right? So I started there with finishing, but when you start at finishing first, then in the process you open up these pockets, because now you're able to do what you do faster, because your goal is to finish it, not necessarily even just to finish it, but to complete it, to have it be proper, you know? It's for it to be the best that it can be, and it can't be the best, man, if it's not complete. Right? Now, as far as the fruition and the actual manifestation, the actual product of it being, of course, finalized, that's a different story. And that's a different process in itself. And that is another part of what I'm saying as well, when motherfuckers try to catch you over all these different extra games that they want to pull out in the middle of another game that you didn't already start playing, when there's even work in the game. There's even work in the game, fam, in the play of the game. Are we playing just to play, or are we cheaters? Or are we actually champions, nigga? Playing to win. Because you can't win if you didn't already cheated, so win. Really, all you doing is not even really playing, you just win. Blocking other players, basically, once you didn't already cheated. Right? To win, because you can't win once you cheated, regardless if you outperform, which you ain't outperformed, because now you didn't cheat it, you didn't lie, basically. You didn't even do what it is that you did. We're not even doing what we're doing. We're cheating ourselves for the most part. And most of what it is that we pursue, especially when we don't see it all the way through to its fullest potential. When the fullest potential of anything, being that everything is God, then you could take a fucking seed, you could take a piece of lead, my nigga. You could take anything. You could take a toenail, nigga, sitting on a tabletop, nigga. The potential for that, the purpose for that, is not just to be on that tabletop, because that is not the purpose for anything. It's to just do any one fucking thing. First of all, nigga, you can bring it to mind. Of course, that's the craziest example. And it's like, you might take a lot of extra thinking and just to do whatever else might be a little bit more fucking, you know, arranged for whatever else effect that you want. A lot more appropriate than just a fucking toenail. But nigga, if you was MacGyver and you had to strategize your way, nigga, to freedom, or to solve whatever type of fucking conundrum, then all you would need is that table, is that fucking toenail on the tabletop, nigga. As long as there's anything there, nigga. If you MacGyver, and that's what I'm saying, you are MacGyver out here. And if you can't allow yourself to rely on yourself to be MacGyver whenever it may become so fucking necessary to be, then just understand that that's the choice that you're making. You understand, right? I was gonna tell you about how I'll be multitasking or whatever. I didn't start doing 20 things at one time. I just was putting all of that energy into doing it different, right? You once you finish it, right? Because that's the thing. Like most of the times we don't even finish what we start for the most part. We start learning something, and we learn enough of it in order to get whatever sort of fucking objective, at least close to ready enough to start something else, right? That takes our attention, that steals our attention, and then we be in between both of them, which that's not bad at all. That's not always the worst thing. That's just sometimes how some people work. I work like that, but from a different angle, right? Me, I'ma do 10 fucking things with the one thing I'm doing already anyway, right? So that's how I'm able to just like be thinking at least of whatever else also I could be doing with this fucking force that is this imagination, that is this creating that I'm doing. Yes, right? Because even when you fucking write a poem, that could be a rap, right? You write a rap, nigga, that could be a song, right? You could sing a rap, right? If you write the rap dope enough, bro, you don't even gotta rap the song, right? And that means that it don't even necessarily have to rhyme, nigga. When you can rap lyrics that don't rhyme, nigga, now you MacGyver, my nigga. Now you the MacGyver, you some MacGyver MC, my nigga. Right? You just basically you matching the feeling of what you saying. I'm not even rhyming the actual letters or syllables themselves, nigga. It's just the energy. Bro, I can say, I woke up on the wrong side. Got up, I'm going for mine, right? I can say it, right? Now that rhymed, but I can change it, right? I woke up on the wrong side. I'm focused, and you know that's right? Or some shit that's still. I'm trying to think of how I can rhyme. I'm so addicted to rhyming. And that's another thing too, like it's absolutely going to be when you're not trying to do it that it happens, right? Because you got to be that just fucking free. Your mind has to be that free, right? Your imagination has to be that unstructured, basically, but focused enough to where it can have the power to make the connection that's undeniable, right? That's undeniable. Right? I could say I woke up on the wrong side. I'm going to the stove. Right now, that wasn't even a rhyme, but just the feeling of it matched. Right? And I could say something else that don't even rhyme, but it's hard for me to think of it because I'm a rhymer, nigga. I'm a rhymer before I'm a writer. I'm a rhymer before I'm a rapper, nigga. I'm a rhymer before I'm a poet, nigga. Right? But I'm a singer, nigga. Not even a singer, but I'm a swooner before I'm a rhymer for sure, absolutely. Right? But I don't be singing like that all the time. So most of the time I'm rhyming. So when it is that I do fucking sing, most of the times they match on rhyming syllables, but then when it doesn't, it's just that's super be magic. That'd be super magic right there. I mean, that's the MacGyver moments right there. I'm doing my best to try to give you a good example. Right, I woke up on the wrong side. I'm going to the stove. Right, that didn't even rhyme, right? But then I could say, I'm getting it. I'm getting it. I'm getting it. Right now, that's a song. Now that's a rhyme. That's not even necessarily a rhyme, but it's a rap. Right? But it didn't rhyme though. But then I could sing that same shit though. Woke up on the wrong side, going to the store. Right? I'm getting it. I'm getting it. Now, none of them shits rhymed, right? But them the same lyrics that I just rapped to you, though. Now, I could write that down, too, and don't even say the shit either. Okay? Now, that's 4 different ways I did the same fucking thing. Okay? Now, and that's not even done yet, my nigga. But that comes from finishing what it is that you are doing, cuz. To where you can be starting it as you're doing it in every way that it could be done, right? As long as you ain't got all type of fucking distractions and motherfucking lying ass cheaters trying to beat you just to say they won and shit, as opposed to actually playing the game so as to learn more ways to do the same thing better. Right? For whatever fuck reason, I just gave you the reason. I gave you the reason earlier. Right? But that's not enough of an excuse, because we MacGyvers out here. And it's gonna come down to it. We need to be able to rely on ourselves to remain that MacGyver ass fucking, you feel me? Whatever it is we are. Be a MacGyver that. Okay? MacGyver wasn't no regular detective, cuz. Okay? You put MacGyver in a fucking sealed room, nigga, he's going to find a screw behind a panel somewhere, my nigga, and get the fuck out that room, cuz. That means, nigga, conceptualizing and manifesting the impossible, my nigga. You understand? Right? Because why? Because nothing is impossible, right? I mean, there's plenty of things that are difficult. There's plenty that are improbable, you know? And maybe even unrealistic. However, if you focus on the wrong thing, you focus on the wrong thing. There's always more ways to do the same thing, is what I'm saying. But I was saying I wanted to capture this thought before I started doing something else where I wouldn't even be able to record it, because I'm going to be in another, my whole device is going to be devoted to a whole nother, I can't record, I'm going to be editing on this device. And every time I start to fucking go edit, I think of some shit I can record, just like every time. And I'll go through the whole situation, because even when you're doing like drawing or illustrating, right, you got to fucking prepare your whole station, right? You got to prepare your station, right? You got to clean your brushes first, nigga. You got to keep your brushes clean and dry, right? So that means soaking the brushes after you've been using them, and you can't leave them soaking in there too much, because then you'll damage the fucking integrity of your brushes. That means you got to stay around them enough to where they can get clean enough, because that paint is not going to come right off of the fucking brush. So you got to let it soak for a certain amount of time. But you can't leave it in the water, because then you're going to fuck your brush structure up. You need the shape of your brush to stay how it was before you fucking, you know what I mean, softened it up with whatever it is you softened it up with to get the paint off it. And that's having to do with painting. But even when I draw, I'm not trying to have fucking messy ass paint everywhere. So that means I gotta have all my brushes straight, even if I'm not even using my brushes, right? And I'm a fucking multidisciplinary artist, right? So that means I got digital equipment around, that's at a risk of being damaged from these different fucking materials that I'm using, right? That means I gotta be neat enough to where I can, if I got an idea that I can only do digitally, that I gotta clean my hands and have it to where I can, you feel me, get back to painting, and that's gonna happen. And there's no reason why you shouldn't be able to just say, oh snap, okay, okay, unless a motherfucker's trying to micromanage your ass, trying to show you better do it this way if you want to get it done while you got the chance to do it and shit. Like like, my nigga, what? But you cheating the whole time though, and lying about the fact that you cheated at the same time. Otherwise you'd be in a zone like MacGyver, like us, the other MacGyvers, right? Because you got to be able to, nigga, you got to be able to invent while you're creating in order to even stay ahead of the curve, bro. In order for the fucking machine that is business not to swallow your whole shit. Because you come with something marketable, my nigga, of value at all, how you gonna protect it if you ain't a corporation? Unless you are now, of course, having to succumb to this structured sort of system that is the eligibility to have the opportunity to even benefit or fucking capitalize or monetize. You know what I mean? Your activities. And that's the whole thing that come from them setting it up to where now there's all these games to play in between these games, but the playing that's even happening is cheating. You understand? And so it comes from that. All right? It comes from that. That's the very seed of it. That's why it even started. It's so that the creative minds won't be able to so openly fuse. Without it being some sort of, you know what I mean? What do you call it? Self-destructive format and structure to it. But what's cool is when you can individually explore as well as evolve and invent. Any other inventing that's going on, for the most part, is going to have to even be solicited, or not solicited, but in solitude, basically. Solitary, rather. It's going to have to be solitary on the solitary sort of stage, because anything that then, of course, is now collective, then there's always these elements of what do you call it, compromise involved. And there's no room for compromise when it is that you are now reinventing yourself with everything that you're doing, let alone every new thing you're doing, or everything that you are finishing differently every time you finish it, right? But I came on here to say about how some shit, and I didn't for sure forgot it. I for sure forgot what I was supposed to even have been saying about. It didn't have nothing to do about multitasking. It didn't have nothing to do about singing songs, nothing. It had to do with something. Hold on, if I was to sit there and think about it, I just don't like open gaps in what it is that I'm saying. So let me pause this on. But then as soon as I paused it, it's like there's no pressure on me to think of it with the fucking shit. And so I was like, I ain't even gonna think of it. It's not even gonna be what it is that I would have thought of. It was just like on the spot, right? And that's the thing too about improvisation. That was the whole point of improvisation. It's gotta be you gotta keep the time on it. If it's any time that you miss the fucking notch or the point, the match, the click, then you lose and you can't cheat. There's no cheating involved. It has to be in the life of it. Otherwise, it's not as real. You know what I mean? It's not as alive, right? And we want to have the evolution happening. We want some shit to fucking, you know what I mean? To beast off, basically. To create. When you create, we want it to become a creature of its own, basically. We want it to grow breath and then start to now speak back to you, because you're communicating through whatever it is, artistic sort of expression, regardless, my nigga, right? But when what you are creating then becomes a creature, yes, in itself, and that it is a monstrous creation that you have made, right? It's massive, bro. It's got its own purpose to it. Yes? And that's what ends up happening with art. Right? And that's art. But we talking about heart. You know, and able to put your heart into whatever it is that you're doing. You know?